our Seahawks dominating last night on Sunday Night Football.
Mm-hmm. Perfect passer rating, right, for Sam Darnold?
For my MVP, as predicted here.
Top
Sam
5 candidate right now, top 5 odds.
Yeah, there are 3 quarterbacks with a quarterback rating over 115 this year.
Mm-hmm.
They are Lamar Jackson, 136.
It's quite good.
Drake May, 117, and Sam Darnold, 116.
Boy, who the heck? Well, I mean, Lamar, yes. Drake May,
Isn't that crazy?
maybe. And then Sam Darnold. Although Sam Darnold had a great year last year with Minnesota, just kind of fell apart at the end. And, you know, at this point, anyone that was doubting the whole Geno Smith, Sam Darnold swap, yeah, it turns out it was pretty good for Seattle. And
It was, for sure. But, again, be careful. See, you knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
This happened with Geno.
Yeah.
When he was with Pete in Seattle. I mean, he looks terrible with the Raiders, but they're the same type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw this already last year with Minnesota with Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
They won 13 games. Yeah. And what happened? Totally exposed. The guy, Detroit exposed him.
Yep. Bad in the playoffs.
The playoffs, he was terrible. Like, he's the same guy. Hopefully the Seahawks coaching staff can... Although Kevin O'Connell's like one of the best offensive guys in the league.
Yes.
And he couldn't stop that from happening.
Yeah.
So how is Kubiak going to stop that from happening? The thing the Seahawks have that is not going anywhere is their defense.
Yes.
And that defense is nasty.
It hunts. And we also need to give credit to John Schneider. Because remember, that was the whole thing, is the power play between Schneider and Pete Carroll. And you look over the last 4 drafts, because Schneider, when he built those 2 Super Bowl teams, should have won 2 Super Bowls, won 1. That was largely the draft, right? I mean, yeah, some free agent pieces were brought in, but that was a drafted team. And if you look over the last 4 drafts, everything from Torrey Holton, Umanori, Gray Zabel, Byron Murphy, Weatherspoon, Charbonnet, Charles Cross, Abraham Lucas, Bryant, Woolen, whatever, but death pieces. I mean, they're Kenneth Walker, Boye Mafe. I mean, these are all in the last 4 drafts. If you want to know why Seattle is a real contender, and then they went out and made the deal for free agency, and they made the deal for their quarterback, who's been phenomenal. But as good as Sam Darnold has been, make no mistake about it, the reason why Seattle is where they're at is they went out and got a hammerhead coach who builds defenses, and that front office has absolutely murdered the last 4 drafts. I mean, when you go through 4 drafts, and I can name you 11 key pieces that are starters or key backup pieces, foundational pieces, that's why Seattle is what they are currently. And so give credit to Schneider.
And I like McDonald. I think he's good.
Yes. He's building a monster on that side of the ball.
Yeah, it looks like the old Ravens.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yep. I mean, it really does. Like, they're nasty over there. So the odds to win the NFC, Rams plus 400. This is as of today. Mm-hmm. The Rams are the favorite at plus 400. Eagles plus 450. Lions plus 475.
Yeah.
Seahawks and Packers plus 500. Bucks plus 800. And Niners plus 1,300.
Well, the Niners, they're just, again, Mikael Williams is out. It's too much there. There's too many injuries. And so we'll see what happens.
Well, they get a lot of those offensive guys back, though. Yeah. Because I think Kittle's already back.
Yeah. And
Purdy will come back.
But still, there's just.
Defense is trouble.
There's just not enough there. There's just too many pieces missing. But honestly, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Eagles, Packers, Lions, Bucks, who I like, Rams, who were my pick at the beginning of the year to be the Super Bowl representative, and you throw Seattle in that mix. I honestly don't know. I really don't, because every time you think one of those teams has kind of like had their moment, you have like a Detroit that just comes out and craps the bed, or you have Green Bay that craps the bed. Philadelphia is so up and down. Seattle looks amazing, but when you look at who they've beat, I think it's fair to say that, they've lost to the Buccaneers and they've lost to the Niners. I mean, their best win is Steelers.
Well, they've won 10 in a row on the road.
Yeah.
Which is something that it's really weird. Like, surely there's regression coming there, right?
You would think.
Like, that's...
You would think. But I mean, I look at Seattle and I love what they're doing, but Steelers, Saints, Cardinals, Jags, Texans, Commanders, that's not exactly like inspires great you're beating quality teams when you've lost to the Buccaneers and you lost to the Niners.
Right, but I'll give you Philly, who looks real up and down.
Yep.
But of course we all trust them because they won the championship.
They won the Super Bowl.
I'll give you the Packers, who have lost to the freaking Bengals, or no, they lost to the Browns and the Panthers. And the Cowboys. Well, they tied with the Cowboys.
And they just lost their best player on offense.
And I'll give you, I mean, that leaves the Rams and Lions.
And the Lions just looked dreadful against the Vikings.
They're still pretty good. It's probably the Rams. Look, it's the Rams and Eagles. I think the odds makers have it right.
If the Rams are healthy,
it's the Rams or Eagles.
I think that's the best team in the NFC, but you're one. Puka Nacua is always hurt, and Matthew Stafford's back may explode at any moment. So I don't know,
playing
dude.
Great though.
I think it is just you are just in for a weird, wacky finish, and we're only halfway through this thing, and so much of it is just going to be who stays healthy, right? If the Chargers were healthy, I'd like the Chargers in the AFC, but they're not healthy. And I don't care who you are, you don't lose 2 all-pro tackles, and then everything is just hunky-dory. Even the great Patrick Mahomes can't overcome that. Right? Do the Ravens end up getting it back together? The Chiefs are sitting there at 5-4. If the playoffs were today, the Chiefs wouldn't be in it. And a week or two ago, we were looking at the Chiefs being like, well, maybe that's the best team in the NFL.
You know what I love about that?
It's just bizarre.
The Chiefs will make the playoffs, okay? They're the Chiefs. But at this stage of the game, we're only halfway home. But if you look at their schedule, dude, they're going to be on the road in Wild Card Weekend.
Yeah.
They're not going to be at home.
No.
Right out of the gate.
No.
It's just they've already blown that.
Yep.
No, I mean they could rattle off 8 in a row, but I don't know. If you look at their schedule, that's going to be awful tough.
Yeah, and you look at
and that's going to be fun watching them on the road.
Maybe in Buffalo.
Yeah, or maybe in Buffalo, or maybe Denver.
Yeah.
It depends on who wins that division.
Yeah, it could be Indy. You know, who knows? But the fact that they're 5-4 and Denver is 7-2, that's a tough road to overcome. And by the way, you know, Denver, you got to play the Chiefs twice, and so that's a big one. But after that, they have the Raiders, Commanders, Raiders again, Jags, Chargers, who are beat up. The Broncos are probably going to win that division, and wouldn't that be a fun little?
And how good are they? Like they just. I mean, they're good. They got a good defense. Although Surtain's hurt.
Their offense disappears.
Yeah.
For large stretches.
But Peyton's good.
And
Knicks can be good.
He can be.
But they don't. But has he beaten a good team? Like, who's the best team he's beaten?
It is.
I don't know. That division's weird.
I'll tell you right now. And again, they still have to play each other. But if you gave me Kansas City and Denver right now in the playoffs, I'm taking Kansas City. I just
shocker.
Yeah.
You're taking the team that doesn't lose in the playoffs.
Exactly. Like I don't care what Kansas City does. Get Kansas City into the postseason and bet against them at your own peril. But last night, Buffalo, who we were all ready to poo on, and people weren't really buying Buffalo. Buffalo was better than Kansas City, and that game wasn't that close. You know, they 4th and 17, and somehow they get it, and then it ended up being a close game, and again, some iffy calls, but Buffalo was a better team than Kansas City last night. But they're the better team every year in the regular season. Is this finally the year that Josh Allen can slay the Kansas City Chiefs in the postseason?
All right, well, we'll have to put a pin in it until tomorrow's show.
By the way, 48-27 Kansas at the half.
48-27. So what are we up? 21?
21.
I love that. They have 27 points?
27 points. 48-27.
We're going to have to buckle down the second half, fella.
Time to crank it up.
I got a minus 30. I need more.
You got to go.
I need more.